Alright, hey you guys. So I have decided that I would like to start a story time series or whatnot to tell you all a few things that have happened to me in the past, and just to release them, to laugh at them, and whatnot, because truly some of the situations are crazy. Okay, crazy. Anyway, story time number one. Even though I've told you stories before, story time number one. Once upon a time, I'm just kidding, but back when I was in DC, I'm not sure what year this was. Probably, nope, this was right when I first started my locks. So this was like May of 2007. Yes, like May of 2007, that area, that general area, April, May, something like that. Anyway, so I decided, against my better judgment, to meet this person that I had been talking to or whatever on Facebook, MySpace. I don't even know where it was. Online somewhere, okay? Now, seemed like a normal person. I met this man, and I cannot believe how feminine this man was. I mean, he was flaming feminine. I mean, in between, okay, just sit here and imagine. Okay, you're sitting there, and this man is telling you, "Oh, honey child, you are gorgeous. Oh my, your eyes are just to die for, and your lips, oh my." What the heck? How am I supposed to respond to that besides laughing my butt up? I mean, I'm sitting there like cracking up. And he's like, "What, you nervous or something?" "No, honey, you are freaking gay, and you're complimenting me like this. And then you're telling me all of this stuff, about what I look like and how, he's telling me, I gotta take you home to my mama. She love to see this, da, da, da." And I'm like, yeah, she probably would, because she probably still thinks you're gay. So, against my better judgment, again, I decide, you know what, fine, we can go on a date, because he asked me, to go out. He was like, "Let's go to the movies, and we could go get something to eat," and I don't know why I imagine he talks with his shoulders, but he does. So I'm like, all right, fine, because you want to know why? I love a free movie and a free meal. So I could put up with somebody, complimenting me in the most feminine way possible for a couple hours just to see a good movie and possibly have a meal I've never had before. So anyway, we went to this restaurant. It's downtown in Galleria, Chinatown. If y'all know DC, some of y'all might. So we went to the restaurant. I mean, everything was okay, but he's so loud. Like, he's from, I think he's from the Midwest or something, because he's really loud. And, Chicago people are loud. I'm kind of loud myself, but they're loud. And I don't know how many times I'm going to say loud, but he was loud. Y'all gotta understand. And it was embarrassing because he was loud and feminine and with me, and he looked older. He was kind of graying a little bit. He's like in his early 30s or something, okay? Shh, shh. Alright? Man, hush, don't judge me. And he's like talking to the waiter all snazzy, because you know how feminine folks are. They gotta add all extra kind of stuff. See, that's the thing that gets me. You can't just, be like, "Can I have another cup of ranch dressing or something?" No. "Excuse me, baby, can I get some more ranch over here? Because, I mean, this is dry." Why you gotta go through all of that? Like, why? So, we leave the restaurant. We go to the movie. This is where the issue arises. This is where the friendship that could have been never was and never will be. So we go to the movie. We get to the movie. It's a packed theater. I can't remember what movie it was, but let me just say that it was a movie that we kind of wanted to see. Something was wrong with the monitor or with the screen, with the wheel thing in the back in the room up there. And the projector, that's what it's called. And for some reason, it had pushed the movie all the way up into the ceiling. Well, not all the way, but kind of partially in the middle. And there was no sound, and we was just like sitting there like, what the heck? Now, it started out like that with the previews too. So we were like, well, maybe it'll fix itself before the movie comes on. We don't, I like the previews, but I was like, I could sacrifice the previews this time. Movie comes on, 5-10 minutes into the movie, you still can't hit, and people in there talking, "Hey, who gonna fix this?" Ain't not a one person got up, because this was a movie theater full of black folks. I'm just trying to say, okay? Everybody sit there and complain about what situation is going on, but not a one person will stand up to go try to get it fixed. That's a totally different video. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, since no one else is gonna get up, I'm all the way in the back, in the middle, so I gotta excuse me through everybody. I get up, go down there or whatever, because I told him or whatever to go tell the manager. Now, meanwhile, while we were in this theater, this man is going off. Like, seriously, like, oh my God. He was sitting there like, oh my goodness. I can't even, this is so unprofessional. I don't believe that they're going to sit here and listen. I mean, he was going off on them like it was their fault. Like, this is the worst thing I've seen. This is why I don't come down here, because this is where all the black folks be at. And this is how, and it wasn't even a black theater. This is in the middle of Chinatown, okay? Everybody be at this theater. But it happens to be a lot of black folks because it's right off of the metro, too, okay? But DC is full of black folks anyway, so wherever you go is going to be a lot of black folks. So, hush. Anyway, so I get up, I go talk to the manager. Now, I left my purse there, right? But I go out, theater's over here. Now, I hope y'all can see this. The theater's over here. I walk down the hall, and then you have to make a right and go down the hall. So I'm down here talking to the manager over here. So this is me. He calls me, because I took my phone, because I don't go nowhere without my phone. And he's like, look, I'm just going to leave. You need to come get your purse. And I was like, well, I'm already down here talking to the manager. You know, if you want to leave, just come on. Just bring it with you. Oh, my God. You might as well thought I had told him to dress up in drag and, like, rip the runway or something, okay? He comes out the movie theater, walks down the hall, standing right here, okay? And this is a decent-sized hall, but it's not that long. Come get your purse. He's holding my purse. Come get your purse. I'm like, are you leaving? He's like, yes. I'm like, well, walk down the hallway so we can leave, and give me my purse, He's like, no, come get your, I'm a man. I'm not supposed to be carrying nobody. Come get your purse. I'm sitting here like, what the heck? So eventually the fool walks down the hall and comes to me, mad as I don't know what. He's stomping out the doggone place. We both leaving. I'm like, okay, I don't understand what the problem is. I'm a man. I'm not supposed to be carrying your purse, okay? You know what that makes me look like? It took everything in me to keep it here, I mean, I had to. Do you know what the way you act makes you look like? And then you have the nerve to be like self-conscious about carrying a stupid purse? Really? At that point, I said, I hush. I shut it all the way up. Take me home. So anyway, yeah, I get home and he's like, well, I'm sorry. He had calmed down at that point. I'm sorry for yelling at you. He's like, it's just, I don't like to carry, a woman's purse because I'm a man. I'm not supposed to be carrying no purse and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, okay, well, in my opinion, it's not that big of a deal, but you have a nice night. And I got out and went home. I mean, I could not believe, I had already made up my mind. I'm never going to see this fool again. He crazy. And see, this is part of the thing that gets me. It's not even that he's crazy, but he has an issue. He knows how feminine he is. And so he is trying to overcompensate by it, by going off on me for asking me, for him having to bring me my purse. I'm not asking you to carry my purse while we walking along. Another thing, there was really nobody in the doggone hallway up until he stood there for a good 2 minutes trying to ask me to get my purse. And then everybody started filing out the movie theater too, because, they got a whiff of motivation by him getting up and leaving. So, I'm like, you just made the situation worse than it really should have been, okay? All you had to do was just walk down here. They see me, they see you and me together. They know that's not your purse, all right? So stop tripping. But yeah, that's the moral of the story for me. And that's another thing, too. For these stories, they may not have morals for you, but they have morals for me. I will never date a feminine man again in my life. If you are more feminine than me, okay, and that's it. I will come back to y'all when I have another story to tell. Well, I have stories to tell, but I'll come back to y'all when I do this. I will talk to you all later. Bye.